Hello, and welcome in, everybody. I did not get around to streaming yesterday because I've been having internet problems for a while now. I think I've sorted them out for the moment, so we're doing the free trial today, and I'll just have to, rush some edit stuff today and tomorrow. Maybe the episode will be out a little late on Friday. Let me get something going real quick. Let me do... Since I don't want to really use the music in-game because it makes it easier to edit when I don't have to edit, like, when I don't have to have really low music or edit over the music or around it or whatever, in-game, I'm going to go ahead and use some music not in-game to just play in the background while we do this. And, let me make sure really quickly. Go ahead and mute that. And then we'll do this one and turn this on. And then I want to take... That would be this one, which I can't move. Okay, so that's muted. Let's go to advanced audio properties and make sure this is not in the VOD stuff. Let me see. Actually, which am I using for my VOD track? Nope. Streaming settings. I believe I'm still using audio track 1, so that's not going to be great at the moment. Let's just go ahead and take this out of track 1 and I'll actually change over which that is. I should switch that over in OBS to use a different audio track. And that would be this audio track, which... No, this is meant to be everything, but not today. So that one would not have... I'd want to have all of those. Okay, just no music is all. Not assigned to any audio tracks and will not be audible in streams or recordings. To assign an audio source to a track, open the... Yeah, I don't want it to be assigned to any tracks, thank you. I don't want it assigned to any tracks, thank you very much. Can we even... That's probably just because it's not assigned to any audio tracks. Let me double check over here and see. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn the... No. Interesting. Oh, because that's from the PC, that's why. Alright, now let me do this. And can I... Oh, that didn't sound like... I'm not hearing it coming through at all. Oh, probably because it's not on any... Oh, yeah, it's not on any channel. Oh, God. Well, I can't switch that over in the middle of it. Yeah, that's why you guys can't hear it, because it's not on any channel. Okay, that's what it was trying to tell me. It's like, it's not on any channel, so it's not going to be coming through on the stream record. I can't switch over which audio source I use for my stream output mid-recording. So, let me do... Streaming settings, audio track 1. Okay, no, wait. Audio track 1 is fine on streaming settings. I wanted to change the one that gets uploaded to Twitch as a VOD after the fact. What was that one again? Streaming service, advanced options, no. Audio, no. No, not that, not that. Bunch of random stuff, doesn't matter, none of that. Accessibility advanced, maybe? Stupid, I didn't figure this out beforehand, but I just thought of wanting to do this. I'm not using the replay buffer. Recording, audio, blah, 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 blah. I would want my streaming settings to use audio track 1. That makes sense. I need to figure out how you split the audio in your VOD. Twitch VOD track and send the audio you think blah 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 to another track on OBS, blah 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 blah. Split audio with OBS. Simply head to your advanced output settings. Tick boxes 1 to 6. Yes, I know. I know how to do that much. I'm not going to watch a video for right now. Or was that on Twitch's side that you needed to set that? I can't remember. Wouldn't be in account settings. That's a stupid place to have it. I think it would be in here. Stream settings. Alright, audio warning, store past broadcasts, publish VODs, blah blah blah, enable clips, no. Subscriber only, no, none of that. Raids, blah blah blah, no, none of that. Would it be in here? Don't know. And, you know what? This is running too long. Forget it. We're having no music for this stream then. I'll figure it out before next stream. Like, that's the answer now. This is running too long into my actual stream itself. Fuck it. We'll figure it out for next stream. Just turn that off. Having no music today. Like, I'll figure it out next time. I'm not gonna sit here and waste the first, like, hour of the gameplay. Peace for Thonolin. What is Peace for Thonolin? Are these the, Beast Tribes? Because I think I have bypassed the point where I'm able to unlock the Beast Tribes now. I'm just not in a big rush to do that yet. It'd be useful, but not right now. Yeah, these are the Beast Tribes. Okay, so I can start doing the Beast Tribes whenever I want to at this point. That's fine. But, nope, not at the moment. I will come back to those later. Oh, yeah. I wanted to double check something. I'm still having trouble even getting Discord to work on my PC. Although I think that might be on Discord's end, because I was having trouble getting it to work on my... Why did that double post? I don't understand why that double posted. Whatever. The go live went out, and I got it there. Okay. That works. Yeah, for some reason I popped Discord on my PC and it just sat there and like loaded and loaded and loaded and loaded and never actually did anything. So I had to check it on my phone to double check and make sure everything worked properly. Alright, Alfie. Reclamation. Return to the waking sands. Pray return to the waking sands yet again. Great, thanks. All that coming to Old Daha and all this talking just so I have to turn around and use an Aetherite ticket to go to the Waking Sands. All these dungeons and stuff that I have to unlock. Like I said, I will get to them after finishing 2.0 when I have a job to use in them. After at the end of 2.0, the next bits of the free trial completion playthrough will be pretty interesting because then I'll have a job, so I will be sort of slowly as I'm progressing. I want to keep pushing through the MSQ because the first point where I will feel kind of comfortable like not progressing the MSQ at all will basically be like at the end of 2.5. Off stream, I will most likely start Heaven's Word just so I can get in and get access to the last 3 jobs that I don't have access to right now. You know what I mean? And then when we get around to the point in the playthrough on YouTube, when I decide to go into Heaven's Word's MSQ, I'll just like rewatch the intro scene on the Unending Journey book or whatever, and then continue on into Heaven's Word from there, right? Just so I can get in and get access to like Machinist and Dark Knight and stuff like that. But so I want to get to like the end of 2.5.
His last order was, come, and they came, all of them, even the dragons.
All of them, even the dragons. Yeah, just so I can get access to those last 3 jobs, I'll basically just go into Heaven's Word off stream and then rewatch the intro scene to it on stream later when I get to that point in the playthrough. Because I do know I want Machinist, and I'm pretty sure I'll want to use Dark Knight as well. And, so yeah, I'm going to keep pushing the MSQ till I get to the end of A Realm Reborn, all the way to the end of 2.5, 2.55, 2.58, whatever. And then I'll probably have some sort of lax downtime where I'm focusing on, like, a lot of the Realm Reborn stuff before moving on to Heaven's Word. But, like, I want to get access to jobs, and I want to get access to Ishgard, so I can grab those jobs, too, first. Parked outside Castra Meridian, I'm waiting for your friend to show up. Oh, man, you guys really went through a lot faster than me. Signs of recent habitation. I was like, wait. Wait, boys. Wait, Alfinod, me boy. Aida! New version of West Wing killed your friend 3 times in a row and he could not stop laughing. Oh, man. I do love when they're like, oh my god, no money, it's you. And I'm like, not anymore. I've almost overcapped my guild. And I have overcapped it like 3 or 4 times now. Then I'm aware it's been a while, you know. It's just like, oh my god, there are other survivors. Character has 25,000 kill. Baron, you're... It is insane to me the degree which you, like, are terrible at making gil and terrible at keeping gil. It's crazy. Like, there are a billion things to do in this game that'll make you gil. I don't know how you're always so low. Still at the adder's nest. And so, yeah. At least you only had to see the messed up building. I had to carry, like, 8 bodies out. A chief storm sergeant got that going. God. Left the stains. It was hard to know where to oh, God. Yeah. Stola hadn't been here to help me. Stola's here yet. Meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Probably Mumphilio or yeah, a lot of our people got taken. Most of our people got killed, but a few of them. The ones that actually have names and roles to play in the story, they got taken. Like, anyone who was important enough to meet in the MSQ, they got taken. Everyone else died. Except, I guess, for the cabbage. That one got killed. It was part of the MSQ. Knowledge of a power brought to bear against the primals. You mean getting drunk? Yeah. Getting drunk is strong against those primals. They can't do anything to stop it. Realistically, though, it's not the Echo that gives us the power to stop the invasion here in Eorzea. It is the blessing. You did buy an axe. You would desire such protection. Mm-hmm. Guess which axe you bought? No idea. Some horrible bill. Probably. No, I have no clue which axe you got. Standing of the Echo. New location of the Waking Sands in the first place.
Je suis Ramu, protecteur des sylphes, les enfants de la forêt.
Of course. The Thunder Axe. Yes, let's figure out where they are. And go rebuild! So I think it'll probably be like 3 streams to get to the end of the game from here. Because if I remember correctly, I think we saved the Scions, and I think that'll be enough that it'll probably take the whole of today. That's an assumption. I have no idea, but probably. And then I think we have to rebuild, which is moving to more... oh, God.
Feel. Think.
Drink. Hear, feel, drink. Is that the first time I've seen that? Because that's what awakens the Echo in people, but I already have the Echo. But I can't remember if I don't remember them showing us that before.
Bringer of light.
Was it just later in Shadowbringers when they decided that vision will awaken the Echo in people?
Soul burneth bright.
I just float in from off screen. Drink.
I am Hydaelyn, all made one.
Uh-huh. I know what your
Hearken
name
unto
is. I
me
know what your real
now,
name is.
for the darkness doth
See the meteors, I
begin to
think, when you get your
split.
first crystal?
Ware thee
Okay.
the bearer of the crimson
Yeah, I
brand,
already can't
for
remember
he's
if I
the
saw the
avatar of
meteors when I got my
shadow,
first crystal,
whom
but yeah.
death attendeth
I would assume so.
always.
Because later they decide that that
The
vision is what
crystals
has a,
shall
like,
be thy
percentage chance or
salvation,
whatever of awakening
thy
the echo in
blade and
people.
shield both.
Yes, actually they
Steel
are.
thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness.
Multiple times. Many
Go with
times.
caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
And I can get you drunk at a moment's notice. Hi, Lady Meow Meow. Nice eyes you got there. Be a shame if something happened to him. Sorry. Oh, man. Sitting there laughing at us the moment they put down the ether phone. Oh, God. It's like, Ed, Sid. It's like, what the hell are you doing here suddenly, Sid? Haha, they're going to fucking suffer. Oh, man. To the stabilization. Ah. Master Luisa guides us still. Let me just rip this broken piece of shit down off the wall. I mean, this place looks bad enough. We don't need a bunch of broken stuff hanging on the wall. I'll just throw this in a bin somewhere. Aha, where are they being held? Castrum in Mordona. Doi. Oh yes, Sentry. That one. Among all the other horrible Castrum names that I have not ever bothered to remember. Aside from Meridianum for all the PTSD it's caused me. Staff's really throwing off the feng shui of this murder basement. Actually, I've memorized a couple of Castrum names, but only because of the trauma they've caused me. Like Meridianum, Locus Latour, right? Stuff like that I've memorized the names of. Pacing the Castrum. No small undertaking. Well, good. I've got 2.5 hours to do it in. How's that for a small undertaking? Also, was that a potato joke? Friend did a dungeon queue by himself. Isn't your... No, your friend's a healer. You were telling me your friend is playing healer, so the queue time would have been real quick, like probably instant. Ended up unprepared in Orem as the oh my god. He ended up first time unprepared healering Orem Vale. Oh Jesus. Please tell me he at least had a somewhat decent tank. Measures to ensure the stronghold safety, security, blah blah blah. Required effective strategy. They died a lot. They do. Orem Vale is one of the first dungeons where, as a healer, you really do kind of need to be a healer. In a lot of dungeons, as a healer, you throw some heals and OGCDs and stuff like that, and then you just sort of DPS alongside the rest of your team to sort of burst enemies down so they can't do damage to your allies, right? Quicker and easier to, like, kill the enemies than it is to heal your allies half the time, especially in early dungeons. Orem Vale is one of the first ones where it's like, don't even bother attacking the enemies unless you feel super secure. Just like focus on casting heals. And pray that the morons you're with don't just stand in all the dots that are not Asuna-able. Portalain of House Durandare. Observatorium and Carthus. Oh, also, I kept talking about how, like, you have almost no interactions with, like, House Zamail or House Durandare. And I was wrong. To a degree. I still can't remember having many interactions with House Zamail, like, at all. Except a dungeon or two. But Durandare does come back into the story sort of like multiple times at different places. You interact a lot with Durandare at Whitebrim Front here in ARR. You interact a decent amount with Durandare during the Dark Knight storyline because I realized that, like, Whitebrim Front is like a House Durandare stronghold, so basically everyone there is a House Durandare subject, right? And then I also found that in post Heavensward, during a lot of side stuff, not like yellow quest side stuff, but like blue quest side stuff, especially dealing with the firmament and stuff like that, you actually do interact quite a bit with House Durandare members there. You even get the head of House Durandare as a custom delivery person. So, like, you actually interact with Durandare a lot more than I had thought originally that you did. It's just not super important MSQ interactions constantly, like what you're doing with Hyenart generally around this time, and Fortant during Heavensward MSQ, where you're just, like, constantly interacting with them, and so it's easy to remember. You sort of interact with House Durandare a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit over here, and half of the times you interact with them is, like, side content that you might just skip, so... I suppose it could be the same with Zamail. There could be a bunch of places you interact with them that I just haven't bothered to play through because it's, like, all side stuff. But who knows? Hi, idiots, I'm back. To ruin your entire stupid civilization a few more times. Heretic in our midst, You stole it, but of course. Me that you were Scion at the 7th Dawn. Oh, man. Also, yes, Baron, that was a good decision to let this ad play on Twitch, since nothing really important is happening at the moment. Castrum Sentry. Essentially throw down your church, and eventually I'll be slapping around your goddess, too. Hey, for what it's worth, I'm consensually slapping around their goddess later. She wants to fight me. Like, as a test, not as a, I want to kill you. But yes, I am here to destroy your church utterly and completely and murder your pope. I'm here to tear down 1,000 years of your traditions, destroy your church, and murder your pope. Specifically your pope, yes. You deserved it. Ellison Man, 2 Lalafells, 1 male, 1 female. Yeah, that was Biggs and Wedge are in there too, right? So that's Wedge and Tataru and Memphilia and Urianger and... No, wait, Wedge isn't in there. Wedge comes with us. Sorry, I was thinking it was Wedge. That's Papalimo and Tataru. Wedge comes with us and then, like, falls head over heels for Tataru for about 5 seconds in one cutscene, and then the game never acknowledges it again. At no point does he ever, like, try to pursue that in any way. Merciless of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Kind of concerned by the random Garlean soldier who flat out says he's smitten by Tataru and wants to squeeze her. Oh, God. I forgot that was a thing. At least he says he wants to squeeze her. We could just assume he's like, oh, she's such a cute kid. I just want to pinch her cheeks and squeeze her and hug her and and just assume he's not talking about how he's like head over heels in love with her and wants to like do things with her. Cause ew. Imperial airship made an emergency landing. The prisoners Rogadin and Lalafell were seen fleeing the craft. Oh my god, it's those two morons. Those two weird, like, Scottish or Irish or whatever morons. I will say, when Biggs and Wedge were first, like, actually voice acted in a cutscene, I did not expect those voices. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. It's our assumption they were prisoners. I'll be damned. Those two rascals escaped. Gosh, here I go. Like, substantial planning and preparation. Out of the escapees, on the other hand, yes. Like, even now, when I'm playing as a potato, I still am fully in the camp of, like, no, potatoes are kids. Don't do weird sexual things with potatoes. That's gross. They're children. Like, even though I know they're not, it's like, no, that's just gross. They're children. Random here who falls in love with the Lalafell guildmaster of the quicksand and waxes poetic about her beauty. For what it's worth, Momody seems to have a bunch of suitors of, like, a bunch of different races. Like, there are a lot of people who seem to like Momody a lot in this game. It's weird. Alright. Let's do it! I love how I've taken out the background music, and so everything's just, like, flat. Just nothing. Like, quest complete! No triumphant music whatsoever. It's just easier to edit for YouTube without having to, like, work around the music. Hey, idiots! With a bunch of messed up backstory baggage we don't discover till later. And a super duper unhealthy once you realize their, like, true connection relationship between two of you. It becomes, like, really icky later on when you realize something about them. Videos, they remove the background music from music videos. 5 long years of painstaking work. We dug up some Allegan crap. I do love how it's always just hilarious to me how often Imperial plots and strategies and plans come down to, let's dig up some Allegan crap that we don't understand and turn it on. Worked so hard at digging up this robot and then dusting it off for a few years. Yeah. They're working on United States, like, construction laws, right? You have all those unions, so you are going to pay 10 dudes to stand around on their lunch break for 5 hours and not do any work. You are going to do that, or you're going to have to deal with the unions. That's the kind of rules that the Empire must work off of. Yeah. We got Jimmy, Johnny, Tommy, Mikey, and Joey over here. They're taking their union-mandated lunch break for the next 3 hours. In the meantime, Nicky over there is going to be dusting off your robot for a few minutes. But then he's going to be on his lunch break, too. Fuck and all is all that ever gets done on, like, construction sites in America. And, like, road repairs take, like, 3 years to do. It's a fucking nightmare. Here with our plans, you'll see that they do not. Oh my god. And then Ratatan, whose, like, only defining characteristic is extreme loyalty. And that's it. Though he gets iced so friggin' early on in the storyline, you don't really get to know anything about him. Hopefully I don't die. Hopefully I don't die. Because that'd just be embarrassing. After I've memed on him for so long, and me and my friends fought him butt naked before they changed over his duty all those years ago, if I actually get killed by a stupid solo instance, I'm gonna be pissed. Yes, that's right, girl who I took in off the streets and basically raised like my own daughter. Meet me in my room in 1 hour. This is really creepy. Murder girlie, I don't think. Die to him, sorry. Thanks, Baron. Thanks a lot. Garland activity along Abalathia. Always get that one wrong. Because my brain wants to say Alabathia every time really quickly, and I have to go back and repeat it. Being acquainted with your Stola, great. Emergency landing came to us by way of Zamail Darkhold. At station the entrance, Briselt may be able to tell you more. Back over to Zamail Darkhold. Here, Frank of Game Mervs because he didn't understand what the mechanic was telling him. Well, there is that. The fact that they reworked Rattatin's duty, that they changed it from an 8-man to like a solo instance duty, but that they did it so much later means that they went like have retconned back mechanics from later in the game that you don't really understand at the point where the game expects you to face him if you're a new player. Subterranean fortress excavated by Great Ishgardian house of the same name. Oh, it was a subterranean fortress they excavated? This wasn't just a fortress that, like, they lost? Huh. Okay. Why is that there? Letter from Lord Portelaine. Ah, the airship. Scarce such a growl with a pair of bed, while captives while accounts burst forth and bolted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do remember how this part plays out. Where we find Biggs pretty early on, and then we have, like, multiple missions where we're kind of trying to hunt around and see where Wedge is. It's also so, like, jarring to enter an area where it goes, Fate joined, and then not hear the Fate music kick on. It's so weird to me. Nope, don't care. Leaving. Also, I finally found like the worst enemy for when I'm just bolting past enemies like this and just trying to ignore them. I've realized what's like the absolute worst enemy if it's at a point where it would want to attack you, and that's anything that's a frog or like a toad. Because the people who know, the very first thing those assholes do to you is snatch you and yoink you back to them. And they will hit you with that when you try and run past them. Saw the brooch of my own two eyes. Attachment of troops, graph orders being bars there, consternation, blah, 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 blah. Footprints in the snow. Seize the opportunity to flee. Okay, yeah, I have to hunt these guys down. I still think it'll probably take me just the amount of time I normally stream today to get the Scions back. I believe. I don't think there's a whole lot to this. There's a couple quests here where you're hunting down Biggs and Wedge and trying to reunite with them, and then I think you go straight to Revenant's Toll from there and start working on the Castrum Sentry stuff. And, is the stuff with the Magitech Reaper before? I can't remember if you do the Magitech Reaper before when you're doing this Castrum Sentry stuff to get the Scions back, and then it comes back into play later, or if you're specifically doing it later after you've rescued the Scions in order to do, like, the final MSQ dungeon stuff. Let's avoid that snow wolf so I can get these footprints. Because if it's now, there are a few missions, like 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that, involving, like, getting the Magitech Reaper working. It's kind of annoying that I have to sit here and do these long surveys on these individual sets of footprints every, like, 5 feet. I wish they'd just make, like, all of them active at once. So if I wanted to manually follow them to the end and just activate, like, the last one, that would be fine. I wouldn't have to do them each individually like this. Because it takes me, like, 5 seconds to run my Chocobo to the next set before I have to do it again. Oh, no. So it's Wedge we find early, and it's Biggs that we have to use a mission or 2 extra to hunt down. Yeah. Had that backwards. Hi, Wedge. I'm not a big juicy potato. I'm a disgusting, horrible, dry, nasty potato. Don't eat me. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. Uh-huh. Almost got by the Garleans and almost got by monsters. Moving in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. Any success? I found a potato. That was actually good timing. I'm like, I found a potato, and then Big's like, you got Wedge, great. Went off as he did. All the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he always takes care of him. Alright. No, for a fact, Big's headed west. Guardian Fortification, not far. Is that Mr. Garland? Yo, after 5 long years. Feeling better now. Monument Tower, here we come. Yeah, whatever. Just ignore all of them. You know, if I remember correctly, I think the first time I ever actually encountered a pawn rocket in game was here. Like, I think dancing on this little fire pit here. Such a weird memory to have. I'm looking for a giant man. Wait, let me rephrase that. I'm trying to find a friend. Journey enemy. You must be rest when you can. Sure. Looking for a giant chungus. Yeah. Now he's suffering for it. Alright, you just sit here and warm up and I'll do all the footwork as usual. Companion, not come by here. Fury's gaze. It may be worthwhile to investigate. Oh, really? Oh, ah, dang it. Ah, dang it. Ah, come on. Out the door, idiot. They would collapse if you weren't there to do their grocery shopping. Pretty much. Oh wait, I probably should have summoned Carby, huh? In fact, I probably should still summon him. This is, after all, a very long survey point, and I could easily just back out and never mind. Can't be using AoEs in here, all these stupid plasmoids around. Shut up, no one cares about you and your stupid AoEs. I think these might be AoEs, though, these hits. No, okay, they are single target. Not with Carbuncle. Okay, so the Summoner ones are AoEs, but the Arcanist ones are not. Hit him! Darn idiots. Also, I still haven't made myself my 50 gear for my Arcanist. You'll see when I put out the video for this week, because some of the early stuff is basically me just leveling, because, see, not all of my stuff was at 50 yet. So there were a bunch of things that I actually could not craft 50 gear on. So I want to make sure to, I'm basically just doing a bunch of Grand Company turn-ins again in my early, like, pre-stream day times. To try and get, if I can get Leatherworker to 50, which I should be able to do with probably just one more turn-in, I should be good. Alchemist and Culinarian are still a ways off. I'll be working on them on my own time, blah, 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 whatever. That's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Alchemist and Culinarian are food and potions. Although Alchemist... Ah, crap. That's going to be my book. I'm not going to be able to make a 50 book with Alchemist that low. Alright. But at least gear. The rest of my gear I should be able to make just with the rest of these. I'll need Alchemist for the book. Culinarian's just food, so I'm not in a huge rush to get that up because it's not gear. Not in this area. Trying to lure the Garleans away from me. The vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Je suis vraiment destia shadi. Hi, Baron. Hey, Baron. Oh yeah, not available on free trial. I always forget. You can't even do friend requests on free trial. That's so dumb. Like, I can be in parties, but can't invite the parties. I can have friends, but can't send friend requests. I can join party finders, but can't host them. I can join link shells, but can't create them. Notorious BIGGs. Notorious Bigs. Oh, man. Notorious BIGs. Can't give up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. Someone in this tower must know. Ask anyone who will listen. Up the stairs. I bet that cat girl over there knows. After all, she just played through this part of the story with her friend. I bet she knows where he is. Aha. Wilderness, you say? The vicinity of Darkhold is possibly made for White Brim. Travel through Danafin Pass. Yep. Lies the north and east of here. It's easier to search a bare fruit. Surely better than worrying in idleness. Wish you luck. Climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Wait, you mean this tumble? This one right here? You nearly broke your neck doing that? Yeah, I could see how. Come for the future, and I'm here to tell you, Biggs is an idiot and will stand in all the mechanics. Oh, man. Oh, that's a hunt target. Hi, Morocco. It's like, Ash, I'm from the future, and I have to warn you, Biggs is a moron! It's like, okay, I already knew that. 48 levels synced. Let's do this. Yeah, I keep trying to put my arms down on, like, the arms of my computer chair to, like, rest them. Only to forget that the arms of my computer chair were that horrible sort of like plastic, rubbery, whatever cover type material that you usually find on like office computer chairs, right? That like black, rubbery, whatever material, foam, whatever that it is, and had basically fallen apart from me like leaning on it or putting things down or moving the chair around or just whatever. They basically all like torn apart and were horrible. And so yesterday I actually just took an Allen key and straight up unscrewed the arms of this chair and just pulled them off. And I'm like, there, chair's fixed. Now I don't have to replace it. It works fine now. I just pulled the arms off. So I don't have arms on this computer chair anymore. I keep like going to put my elbows down and then my arms just like fall through and I go, oh yeah. Your chair has memory foam on it because you ripped the old stuff off and replaced it with memory foam with the cunning use of glue. I tried to use like a Gorilla Glue or a Super Glue or whatever the hell type of glue on the foam whatever stuff to try and like put it back together, and it just did nothing. It did nothing at all. I'm just like, that was worthless. What'd you be, engineer? Why'd you come and find out tonight? Ah, my Scion friends are here, which means all of this hunting and searching was for nothing, because they could have found him all on their own without me. How wonderful that is. Pugilists doing their ritual dance, yep. I think it'll be fun for me to pick up Pugilist and sort of feel how the new system works. A lot of people have been talking about it since Dawn Trails dropped, some differences that they made to it that make it sound like it might be more interesting to me to play. I need to feel the system out a little bit before I decide if I want to use Monk as my like melee DPS. I'm not sure what I would do then if I don't do Monk though, because the ones I like are Reaper and Viper, neither of which I can get on this character. Maybe Ninja? I should check out the new Lancer too. Although I should be doing this on my main. I should be doing all of this on my main to sort of feel what the new systems are like on an established version of these jobs. To figure out which I want to do. Return to Famfrit. Bye-bye, Baron. He'll perish if we delay. Yes, he will definitely perish if we delay, because as I've been told, he stands in all the terrible mechanics. Not alone, kill them all! Am I even hitting anyone else? I am. I am hitting at least 3 of them, so that's enough. I'm just gonna keep focusing on the Decurion. I think we do end up needing to have to kill all of these guys, but the game wouldn't let you make a character on Crystal. That's always annoying when that happens. But the Decurion seems to have a lot of health compared to everyone else. I can hold out a little bit of hope that this is more like a boss fight, and if I take him out, it finishes it. I know that's a lie. I know that's not going to be the case, but I can hold out hope. Yep. Now we focus on the... Will you move, you idiot? Stupid potato. I'm sitting here pressing directional buttons, and then my character's not moving. Yep, there's more. Oh, Ida's not doing great. Let me just deal with this idiot for now. No one said meowdy to me on Twitter. Oh, well. Oh, you prick! This asshole home-ganged me into the attack by the Vanguard. Are you kidding me? Why does he even have home gang? Jerk-ass Marauder. It's too long in the cold. Well, then shouldn't that have warmed him up? Shouldn't a fight with a dozen Imperials have warmed him up? Oh yeah, I haven't been Okay, there's nothing over there though. Alright. Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Uh-huh. Let's go do the event on your bunny. I did the event. That's another thing I ended up doing off stream that's only really going to show up in the video this week, is I went and I did the Rising event. But there wasn't a whole lot to it, really. So I just did it in my own time. I'm like, yep, first we talked to this idiot over here, then this idiot over here, then we talked to these idiot pirates, then we talked to this moron over here, and then we're done. Ta-da, fireworks. Great, a crying potato. You're gonna get all soggy. You think I'd ever see him again? It's more like a chestnut. Yeah, with the hair. Uh-huh. Chief, it's really you. Idiots. Excuse me just a sec. Ah. We knew you were alive. There we go. And we struck with Nary awarding. Alright, goatskin mitts. Workshop when they came before we knew it was happening. But yeah. How'd they get there so fast? Yeah, that's a good point. Make those, oh, you're doing your Grand Company turn-ins? Those can be a lot easier on a character that doesn't have the same limitations I do. Because you could just, like, buy the materials off the market. Orange wings is noted not amiss in horizon. Nothing at all. It's just the passing of an imperial force. Guardians came neither by land nor by air. Born there by potent teleportation magics. So the Ascians just teleported them straight in. Baron, come on. I know you have, like, no gil, but you can't have really so little gil that you can't buy, like, basic materials for crafting off the market. Like, most materials will go for, like, under 100 gil a piece on the market, especially at low levels like this. I know you're terrible at keeping and holding gil, but you must have some. You'd rather gather it. $23K is enough. And if you just double up a couple of the recipes for your Grand Company turn-ins, you can turn around and put the finished products back on the market board and easily make back, like, everything you spent on the basic resources. Honestly, that's kind of how I do it on my other character, on my main, when I just buy stuff off the market to, like, do Grand Company turn-ins or whatever like that. I'll just, like, double up a couple of recipes and then turn around and sell the crafted products back on the market. And that'll easily, like, double or triple the amount that I ended up spending. In the midst of Imperial stronghold, cast some sentry. Marshov main complex. They're thrown in detainment cell. Memphilia and the others were taken elsewhere. Isolation for what felt like years. It's probably moons or maybe only weeks. God. Pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald. Ugh. Oh, they're like maybe moons or weeks or whatever that they've been in there. It's like, why did we go after Garuda first again? And leave our friends to be tortured and molested by the Empire for, like, weeks? I know Garuda was a threat, but I've yet to see any primal who, like, leaves its area and really becomes an immediate threat to the world in a matter of, like, days. It takes a while before they start to become a real threat. So why didn't we go after our friends first and then go after the primal? Because Alfredo is a tactical genius in huge quotation marks. Yep. So we just left our friends in Imperial hands for weeks. And Sid's sitting here just laughing away. Not even thinking about all the horrible, horrible stuff that Memphilia probably been through by now. Kind of happens to Kryl, too. In Stormblood. She gets kidnapped, and then it takes us, like, days or weeks or whatever to get her back, and no one ever acknowledges, like, the horrible thing she's been through as part of some weird Imperial experiment on the Echo. It's like, no one ever acknowledges. Our friends have just been sitting there for weeks. Who knows what the Empire's doing to them? It's just, meh. Maybe we should go get them back now. And they turn the Echo into Sharingan with their weebification machine. Oh, man, that's too real. Yeah, that's basically what they do. And another debt of gratitude will then help us get our friends out before they're dead. Still want for rescue. Let's go give the Imperials what for. Let's go destroy the Imperials 20 times over and then have to help them rebuild after all the shit we did to them. Not that they'll thank us for it, that's for sure. Come into my castrum. Schimphilia and the others. We've kept them waiting too long already. Yes, we have. Castrum Sentry, reconvene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. Luckily, I've already been there. First time the game wants you to go to Revenant's Toll, but it's too late. I've already been there. You know, I could probably start activating some of the crafter and gatherer stuff here in Mordona. I absolutely need to understand that you do not need or want 99 button mush. Yeah, that is the one problem with buying stuff off the market. Is like, you idiots need to understand that I am not going to buy your 99 stack. I will buy a stack of like 10 or 20 that's like 3 times as expensive as your 99 stack. It's just not happening. I'm not buying your 99 stack. Inputian. No. No, no. No, that's not the right name. It was someone else. Splendors, tokens, splendors, blah, blah, blah. What do they have anyway? Nothing? Allegan, poetic. So there's the augmented ironwork stuff, but I don't have any tomestones yet. Yeah, I don't have any tomestones yet. Not that it would ultimately matter, because the only thing in this game you buy in stacks of 99 is glamour prisms. I won't be using the tombstone gear as gear. Probably could. I really only made that challenge for like Gil. Don't go and buy stuff for Gil at merchants. I guess I could probably buy stuff for tombstones and use it. But maybe not gear. If I buy gear for tombstones, I think I'll just use it as glamour. If I buy items for tombstones, I think I'll go ahead and allow that probably. But not gear. Augmented Ironworks. Rowena's token exchange. For 50 weapons. These are all just sort of build up. Yeah, these are all just like build up stuff. Sleipnir Barding. I need Odin stuff to buy this. And Behemoth stuff for that. And more Behemoth stuff for that. Alright, no big deal. Like, I think she sells mostly the build up 50 gear, but she sells like the ultimate highest eye level in ARR stuff. That's usually how it ends up with the merchants in the game. You'll find multiple sets that are like max level, but not max eye level, and then you'll find one set that's like the max eye level. Just tooling around. Total guys star only has eyes for this. I think that unlocks this shop. No, because this shop is unlocked. Don't know you, don't care to. Okay. No, this shop isn't unlocked. Okay, this one unlocks this shop, which I will need to do eventually, because that'll get me, like, master recipes and stuff. Who's the Norbert who sat Southern Thonolin farming fungus? Like, this is gonna make me rich, then slap them up there in a stack of 99. Yeah. Who of low level is going to buy 99 mushrooms? No one. No one at all. Dirt and ashes. Nope. There's also no quests in there. Okay. So I need to do more Revenant's Toll stuff to unlock a lot of the other quests that I'll want later on. None of which I really need to do at the moment, so don't have to worry about it too much. What's this one? Oh no, these are just random ones. Sons of St. Koinek, probably. Passing the smell test, I don't even remember what that one is. The reason I can see that being a thing is for some reason a Dawn Trail recipe required mushrooms. I mean, some of them do, but probably not those mushrooms. A Dawn Trail recipe would most likely require like 80 or higher level mushrooms. Brings you to Revenant's Toll. Hey, Slackborn. We're here to create a bustling adventurer economy here in Revenant's Toll. Or become the town of adventurers, basically. Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them? Uh-huh. That might be difficult, yep. Oh yeah, I get a new piece of gear and learn a new emote here. I forgot about that. High alert of late. Armored patrols about the perimeter. Yep. Not even a fly could get in. Must act with greatest stealth. So the only reason I can really find for that thing that you're talking about is someone will probably buy that stack of 99 mushrooms for some recipe around that level, and then they'll turn around and craft that recipe like 100 times, and then turn around and try and put the final product back on the market for money. That is the kind of people that buy 99 stacks of stuff. Or they're doing it for like a collectible that they want to craft hundreds of to just get a bunch of scripts. Those are the kind of people that buy 99 stacks. I have a mind to walk through the front door. Disguise as Imperial troops and march right in. Yep, okay, so we are doing the Magitech Reaper and the Imperial armor stuff here. Bold strategy, it might just work. Certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Don't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. So beat up some Imperials. For some reason, their equipment is totally going to fit my tiny little potato body. And steal one of their mechs. Reconnoiter Garlean activity. We shall disappear off-screen for a while, with an excuse as to why we're doing it. There are times when you're not enthused. Like it when you're a cat girl, that it just conforms to your ears. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Nothing if not enthused. You're beginning to remind me of Pavalimo. Ida. Are you ever not enthused? Absolutely not. Glomit, oh yeah. Sark Malark over here. You look just fine. Getting even with Garlemald. Need to do Aurum Vale for the promotion quest. I don't want to... I'm going to need to do Aurum Vale pretty soon, too. I've basically been trying to keep it until I finish 2.0 and get my Scholar. But I'm at that point as well. I need to do Aurum Vale, and I need to do Karn in order to complete the things I need for my next promotion. Or, no. I think I only need Aurum Vale for the next promotion, but I think at some point... No, actually, I think for the next promotion, I do need Aurum Vale and Karn. Because I need rank 2 of the Maelstrom hunt log, and I need to complete that quest. So, and some of the enemies in the hunt log are in Karn. Score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at those Orsons. Walked through it as a 50 warrior. I could probably do it then too as a 50 Arcanist, but who knows. I wonder if I could pull that off with Aurum Vale as well. Although I don't know that you can unsync if you haven't completed at least once. Delicate business. Single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. Yeah, didn't this guy have a... like a mother and sister that went through such a horror story or whatever that they'd rather throw themselves off a cliff to their death when they escape from the Empire than go back. Something like that. One of those other horror stories that, like, I'm just gonna skip past and not listen to because it's really bad. Ormvale's like 47. Okay, Karn is only like 20. Yeah, Ormvale is 40-something. Even so, like I said, I don't know that you can unsync on your first run. You may have to clear at least once sync before you can unsync. These guys are sons of bitches. Any of these big toads. You try to run past them and the very first thing they do is yoink you back. Fucking frogs. Oh, cool. Fate joined. With no audio assist. It's so jarring joining a Fate with no audio active, no background music active, because it's so just ubiquitous. Like, Fate joined, there's the Fate music every time. Crap, I'm on the wrong side. Can I? No, of course I can't get through. These are fake walls. All the way around it's fake. I have to go all the way around. I hate this stupid swamp. Bunny, both of your retainers, Mikote. My cat girl, they're both Virus. You with me, Carby? Yeah. He's with me. She goes. She goes, she goes. Level your fishing so you can level the fisher bun. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Drainage pipe. In we go. Faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. Still refuse to speak. Keep up some coral yellow dye. Deaf mute for all the information we've got. These aren't much better. The Elzen gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. Best description of Urianger I've ever heard. That Elzen gets on my nerves. Every time he opens his mouth, he just spouts gibberish. You're so obsessed with this Minfilia woman. Mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. What kind the Beastmen use? What am I supposed to know? Uh-huh. As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Randomly Shakespearean Elzen. I do like that. They've been there for at least, like, weeks, according to Wedge. Like, he thinks it felt like years, or maybe moons, or at least, like, so they've been there for at least, like, a couple weeks, probably, according to Wedge. Right? Maybe longer. And Minfilia has just been allowed to sit there with her mouth shut and not say anything, and, like, they haven't done much to her. Presumably they are torturing her and stuff, but they don't really mention it at all. Urianger might just be a nerd. Yeah. No one talks like that, not even in Charlie. And yeah, Urianger is just a friggin' Shakespeare nerd. which is really weird in Aetheris. Oh yes, the planet name they added right at the end. Sorry, Star. Yeah. You mean this planet that just, like, everybody basically called Heidelin for most of the time? And then they decided in, like... Was it Endwalker, or did they do it before in Shadowbringers? They decided, no, this planet's called Aetheris. Like, since when? You've never used that name before. I think it might have been late in Shadowbringers when they added it. I think it was in Shadowbringers. They started talking about, like, the name of the planet and stuff when they were talking about the Ancients. But you might be right. It might not have been till Endwalker. Conducted some reconnaissance. Yeah, I listened to a couple of idiots talk about how much of a big fat nerd Orion J is. There's my reconnaissance. Plotted out a course for the rescue. Disguise ourselves, get a suit of armor, and walk right in the front door. Drowning out the voices. Devising his plan, we need to see some preparations of our own. Discover that they're short on armor. Yeah. Put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like a bit technical, so... Oh, yeah, I remember this one. This is easy. No, don't care about any of that. I already know this one. This is jam these communication sticks in the ground at these, like, 5 locations around this big-ass crystal. Cool. That's all it takes. I checked. It is Endwalker. Alright. It's interesting that I have to fight Imperials while I'm doing this before I actually have the communication sticks in the ground. Or the jamming devices in the ground. Because it's like, wouldn't they already be reporting that there's a potato out here beating the shit out of their people? Oh no, these are plasmoids. I thought for sure you fought Imperials around these when they attacked. God, I'm really feeling it now. That wasn't so bad, but I am really starting to feel using this, like, level 30 to 40 gear on my character now. I need to upgrade. I'll probably do it off stream before next week's stream. I'll have upgraded my gear for Arcanist. Because, like I said, I should have everything except the Alchemist, and thus everything except the book by then. And then I'll just upgrade my book at some point when I do get Alchemist up. Dumbass frogs around here. Standing right next to stuff that I need. And literally turning to face it. He's just staring at the prime location like a complete asshole. Stupid frog. Come on, go. Climb, idiot. God damn it. And we're out of there. Uh-huh. I got up. If we can find me. Man, it's like a friggin' nightmare how hot it is today. I had to go out and run an errand today. My car read the outside temperature at like 113 Fahrenheit by the time I got home. Like, what the fuck? What is this horrible nightmare we're living in? So, let me see the numbers. 4 of them should suit our purposes. I pray that we won't have needed the power. Move on. Okay. So that was just gathering crystals. What I want? Acting the part. Yeah, the salute. Yeah. As have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds with disguise more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. Learn it from the experts, so get near as you can and watch them. Ugh, I hate that. He's like, I could teach you the salute, but that'd be too easy of a mission. So instead, wander out there again to the same location you've been to 4 times already and do something. Oh, someone's out here clearing stuff out on a friggin' level 90-something machinist. I can tell because they just unleashed their friggin' buzzsaw and had an excavator pop. And it's like, that's like 94, 96, something like that when you get that. Of course, some moron just happened to turn at the last second to see me just before I got to my location. And that just makes sense. Perfect, stupid, idiotic sense. Would you like targeting anyone within the same zip code as me, game? Okay. I could see myself maybe struggling a little bit with the solo duty for Rototin if I don't get my 50 gear by then, but I don't think that'll be till next week, so I should have my 50 gear. Mostly 50 gear by then. It's dumb that their salute blocks their eyes. I just realized that. It's stupid. The Imperial salute aggressively, like, blocks their eye. Yeah, because, you know, it'll be super easy to invade the Empire base with our disguises. You know, the Empire, which notoriously has so many hundreds and hundreds of potatoes working for them that it won't look suspicious at all when I show up wearing one of their uniforms. Like, There's so few potatoes working for the Empire that if there are any on this base, everyone on the base knows them by name and could look at a single person and be like, that's not one of ours. Did you learn it? Best you don't demonstrate. Level fly in a rage and crack skulls. Imperial salute down. Dressed for conquest. Polite for my friend. As a fellow adventurer and son of Erzia, both I'd offer you my assistance. You and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring uniforms and helms. Places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. Procure what you need via traditional means from the bodies of the recently deceased owners. Yup. Go. Murder Imperials. Steal their clothing. Technically, I think I could have made this a little easier on myself if I had picked up both of those other quests at the same time. Because then I could have come out to this crystal and done what Sid wanted me to do. And gone out and learned the salute. But I didn't even notice the other guy had a quest available. I have to obtain 3 sets? Oh. Also, it is somewhat funny to me that the Imperial outfit that you get here is literally just a top and a helm. Like they're not wearing pants underneath. At least the thing you get in Stormblood, the Choka Teko, whatever that set is called thing. It's like the Stormblood Imperial outfit, right? Is like a full set. Oh god, I got a single piece from him. Jesus. I seriously have to kill 6 of these idiots for this? Wow, yeah, my gear is really starting to show its weakness at this point. Like, it's taking me way too long to kill these individual dudes, and they're all getting pretty close to actually killing me. And my gear is really starting to show its weakness now. Definitely time to upgrade for a last set. Or most of a last set. Shouldn't try and lure him away too far. He'll just give up on me. That should do it. Let's just start teleporting back. So at least I can save myself the run back each time. Three sets of it? Yes, I was. Uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. Must be repaired. Hanging off with the diamond forge and Raina's house splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. Cool, great. It will be interesting for me to snag the master recipe books, because I think there's even better gear I can get from that. But we will see. I'm waiting for you. Let's see what you have for me. I need a friend a favor or two. I did before I fell in with old Rain, did. Wealthiest families in the Sultanate. For someone like that to end up in the life he did. Felt the venture his life calling him. Won't do you much good in battle. Yep. Yeah, that's not your priority anyhow. Yeah, it won't be usable in battle. This is like level 1, all classes, no stats gear, but it's good enough to infiltrate. Served beautifully. Well, even a legatus. It might detect your foreignness. Foreigners are, in fact, yeah. Foreigners form most of the Garlean military because every place they conquer, they force them to, like, conscript. They conscript from those zones and force them to serve in the Garlean military. Fool me twice! Ain't been idle myself. Took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Employs a Reaper for most of its patrols. Cells are irregular. Random routes and random deployments. Hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. Yeah. Send some false intelligence and then start a fight to force them to send out a suit after us. As near to Revenant's Toll as you can. And don't forget to salute. Alright, here we go. I'll need to put on the outfit, too. I believe. Or was this one like, random scouts could basically look like anything, because they'll probably be wearing plain clothes anyway. We'll see. Was able to go right through that one because it was already chasing someone else. Surgeons gathering to the east, you say? I'll be on the perimeter, but I will not have it said I was remiss. Turn to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Use your smoke signal to call us. Pay no attention to the potato, who's totally putting on a different outfit 5 feet away from you. Nothing to see here. I believe you can also glamour this over something else and it will work. If you glamour the Imperial stuff over your gear. But I don't care to do that right now. Here we go. Smoke sticks. Level 50 sync now. Ah. Up there. I'm at the point where the MSQ is basically caught up with my progression now. Sort of. The MSQ is still a few levels behind, but it can only sync me down to 50 at this point. Advanced weaponry. I thought it best I'd be on hand. And here it comes. Place, but where is the enemy? Send in the Reaper! Would you mind targeting the guy I'm trying to target here, please? There we go. Get the Reaper close enough that it's in range of the others, and then I can attack them all. Oh, so you do actually get to see Sid fight. And he really is just using a hammer. Like a hammer and like tongs and calipers and stuff like that to fight. Oh my god. Our very own pseudo Magitech. Well, we did beat it up pretty bad. It's almost like we should have just shot the dude who was sitting on it rather than the suit itself. She's smoking, of course. Looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. There's the fact she was smoking. Say this, the servo mechanism may be damaged. Those things protected by thick armor plate. Yeah, yes, it's hot. Casey doesn't seem to take a faulty part. Not rest until it's fixed. Oh, fucking chocobo, cart chocobo. It's like fucking cart chocobos. Our use in Revenant's toll. Carry out repairs. All right. A hall, you say? Almost like a small backroom area where we'll be putting up the Scions from now until forevermore. The Rising Stones really does never get replaced, does it? Like, the Rising Stones basically becomes our base of operations from this point forward. And we never move on anywhere else, really. We kind of do temporarily in Heavensward, I guess, but not really. The, whatever Horshaphant wanted to refer to his place as was like the sleeping snow or the something whatever. I don't remember what Horshaphant was trying to call his base, but that was like 5 minutes at the end of ARR and the beginning of Heavensward until we moved on, basically. Just took it inside. Go on and enjoy them. Okay, so this is his workshop. Oh, I forgot this was Sid's workshop. I know that the Ironworks basically resides here in Revenant's Toll, kind of from this point on. But I forgot they actually, like, gave Sid a workshop. Servo mechanism is faulty. They'll see her restored to her former glory nor time at all. Do something to mend and they'll think of naught else till the job's done. Every little thing she does is Magitech. Oh god, the naming on these things early on is hilarious. Now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work, there's, however, one small little problem. Ascertain that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Oh yeah, we need to get a new Magitech core. So we just use like a crystal or something. Yeah. Okay. Dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores with risk arousing Imperial suspicion. Substitute it with a mammoth heart. Oh yeah, that's what it was, a mammoth heart. Did I mention how much they cost? No, well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for the good cause. Freaking jerk. Oh, specialty weather? Gloom. Yep, specialty weather. So there's probably some specialty fate or boss or something like that up right now. Actually, it might be... No. Behemoth is in Kurthus Central. Not here. I don't know what's here. I don't know what the specialty boss for the weather event is here in Revenant's Toll. Goldsmith Guild. Hello, serendipity. Mammoth heart, you say? Heart fit for a prince among mammoths. That won't be necessary. The heart's for Master Alphina's personal use, after all. Sure, a while ago, his manservant would be coming to collect it. Manservant? Damn it. This is my predecessor's time. Alphino has been a supporter of the Goldsmith Guild for that long? That's, I guess, a branch of it in Charlian, maybe? Do you pass my compliments on to your master? Oh yeah, my master is definitely going to hear no end of what I'm going to have to say to him. Mammoth heart. Clockwork soul of a mammoth. It's smart to put a mammoth heart into this Magitech Reaper. That totally won't lead to it becoming a sentient being or anything. This costs an emperor's ransom. Free of charge. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. Yep, being a rich kid certainly does. There we go. Magitech armor engage. Or not. Just needs a loving tap. Whack. Just pulls out his hammer and just smacks it in the leg. Just needs a loving tap. It's like, online, kill all humans. No. It's like, oh god. Put it through her paces, eh? Pilot seat. Or Magitech Reaper. Tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, please. Dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Let's go, Maggie. Also, I love the music for the Magitech Reaper. Oh, is it not yet? Oh, it doesn't use that music yet. I guess it's not till you get it as a mount later on that they use that music. Okay. They must save that for when you get it as the mount later on. Jump back down and sprint north quick as you can. I mean, I can't sprint, but okay. Make your way back. I can just blow right past these Nixes. But not these two. If I drag these two, they'll probably chase me the whole way. Stable during vigorous motion. That concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Summary of my findings. Blah, 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 blah. As responsive as it should be. Also explain why. The pristine condition should be installed correctly. The workings are too different. Best to make her feel welcome. Huzzah! Maggie, welcome to the team. Click. 50 solo duty. Welcome myself to a bloody standstill. What are you expected to do? Bob us a curtsy? Hard to warrant this silliness. Pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. Onerous task at the best of times and wholly impractical during battle. You don't really do much battle with this thing anyway. You do a little bit in Praetorium, but that's about it. Place of the War Magitech core seemed a promising solution. The device doesn't appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Actually, it's more compatible than you could ever imagine. Our appreciation to our friend here. She just doesn't seem convinced. Could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Or we could just go into a battle with Imperials. That might work. Oh no, they found us. Let's fight. Taken by the traitor Garland. Is that the Icon Slayer of Bollocks? Call for reinforcements. I love that. Taking out the traitor Garland. Is that the Icon Slayer? Holy crap. We're not ready for this. Boom. Static generators. Some sort of interference. Haha. Morons. Can't reclaim it, destroy it. Protect the armor at all costs. Yep. We'll just protect her from being destroyed. That'll make her like us. Oh, no, you don't. Where do you think you're going, asshole? Where do you think you're going, idiot? Oh yeah, he shoots it straight on. I need to take out this stupid Vanguard, man. Oh, and then that idiot. As soon as we killed the Equays, the Laquarius just replaced him fighting the Reaper. And this is problematic, because these guys will constantly keep at least one guy fighting it at any time, plus this stupid Magitech drill idiot here is also going to focus it down occasionally. Good timing on that Adel, I suppose, because he turned around and attacked the Magitech Reaper. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's not too bad. I can definitely handle it. Bye-bye. Well, hey, now we'd have a bunch of extra parts. If we still needed to do any repairs on her, which we don't, we have a bunch of extra parts, that's for sure. Like, now it's awake. Hi. Very smart to put a mammoth heart in there. A semi-sentient construct piece. Now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Time to infiltrate Castrum's sentry and rescue our comrades. Hey, we're there. Only took me 2 hours to get this point, too. That's nice. And then Wedge immediately does the dumbest thing he can possibly do, tagging it with a symbol that'll make any Imperial who bothers to take a look at the tag immediately recognize that it's been stolen and repurposed by someone else. Wedge makes the smartest possible move he can, which is blowing our cover as hard as possible. Go through all this work to make the Imperials believe we're Imperials so we can infiltrate their base, and then he tags the suit with the frickin' Ironworks logo. Good as new. Mount speed in Mordona is up. Escape from Castrum Sentry is ready. We are go. I think it'll end up being 2 streams to finish out the MSQ then. Because this escape from Castrum Sentry doesn't take too long, so I may actually end up starting the next section of the MSQ, which is kind of like moving our base here to Revenant's Toll. And then I may be able to do finishing that up and doing all of the MSQ roulette dungeons and the end of 2.0 story in one stream. But we'll see. Leave as soon as you're ready. Well, I am ready. Glaumont. Or in Senda. Men and women, what are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Yeah, no. Nope. Skipping this. This is the next section of storyline I'm straight up skipping. It's a horror story he goes through involving his mother and his sister being captured by Imperials, and you can imagine the horror story that comes of that. To the point where when they finally escaped from the Imperials and got cornered and were about to be captured again, they just threw themselves to their death off a cliff rather than let the Imperials take them again. Misery follows in its wake. Yep. Everywhere the Empire goes. I mean, we end up having to full-blown, like, utterly destroy the Empire. Like, stomp them into the dirt before we can do anything to try and help the survivors. Like, if they had any amount of power whatsoever, they would never accept our help kind of thing. So we end up having to utterly obliterate the Empire, like, militaristically, before they can even do anything to try and help, like, the civilians in Garlemald and stuff. Which, you know, goes over really well with the civilians when we get there. Luckily, I don't have to play that utter shit part of the story, because I can't get there on free trial. I love that there's sections of the story where I'm like, well, thank God I'm on free trial, so I don't have to play that. This is like the worst part of Endwalker. Like, every single person in Garlemald I find wholly unappealing, except maybe Euless, and that's about it. So, like, that whole section in Garlemald and Endwalker is just utterly trash to me. Because I'm like, all the characters suck, all their motivations suck, and all the mission types they put us through, including the first tracking your prey mission, all are horrible garbage, and I don't want to do any of them. Of course the mud puppy turned around and immediately looked at me. Of course! I pull off my armor and replace it with something that has no defensive properties, and the mud puppy immediately spins around and looks straight at me. Well, now you're dead, you stupid idiot. Like, you could have just kept looking away from me and no one would have had to worry about anything, but now you die. You shouldn't have looked at me. You could have just let bygones be bygones, but now you gotta die. You cut quite a dashing figure at Imperial Black and Crimson. Jesus. Thanks, Sid. I'm sure nobody will ever question the tiny potato in the uniform. No one at all. Yep, we're gonna pretend to be the Imperial Patrol itself. Version out here, keep them occupied as long as we're able, and you will enter the stronghold as the patrol, returning from duty. Less distracting than hoped, I'll contact you via link pearl. Beat a hasty retreat. Huzzah. Hell you! Potato chucking. Lead the way in the Reaper, stay close to him. I tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. You mean like murder hundreds of Imperial idiots? Yeah, I'll try to avoid that. Shortly before you arrive, plan they should linger in the vicinity to cover your retreat. Alright. Did at least leave a message for you, something along the lines of don't do anything reckless if memory serves. But that's what I'm here for. That's the entire reason that the Scions recruited me, was to do reckless, crazy stuff. In fact, they keep sending me on reckless, crazy missions. Complete suicide missions for anyone but me. I still love the stupidity of the potato in the Imperial armor. Like, at this point in the story, I don't even think there are any potato Imperial soldiers. Not that I can think of. Certainly not in the story that I can remember. Maybe just a random guard somewhere. But, like, everyone should take one look at me and be like, that's not one of ours.
To the benefit of none, least of all yourself.
Oh, shut up, lady. No one likes you.
This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help.
In fact, everyone dislikes you so much that when the community found out about the backstory behind you and Gaius, they kind of sided with Gaius against you. And the devs even wrote you off to be like some weird, clingy, psycho-obsessed lady instead of what really it should have been. Like, everyone hates you, Livia. Shut up.
You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from
No
the
thanks.
beginning.
Conquering and murdering is not aid, dumbass. Thank God I have headphones in. I don't need my family to hear this part of the story.
And I shall end it quickly. Refuse.
Oh, man.
And though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Lock her up in a little tomb for a while and experiment on her like Cryo?
Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Whatever. Sorry. ARR Minfilia really, like, accomplishes nothing in the story. Like, she does nothing and is nothing for the most part. And I'm sorry to put it that bluntly, but she kinda is. Isn't there another short type for it? Nope. Have to type the whole thing out every time. Great. I should just be able to redo it then. Task. Tribunus commands you to arrange for prisoners to be transported. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, dumbass. Those prisoners. Just in case you were here to rescue them and needed information, let me thoroughly tell you which prisoners I'm talking about, and how we're transporting them, and where we're transporting them, and when, and exactly what route we're going to take, too, maybe. Strongly suggest you pay them no mind. Summoned here to work. Hey, idiot, get back to work. You haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? Drop something in there and, oh, who am I fooling? Falling for one of the prisoners, alright. Oh, God. You know the one I mean, the svelte blonde. No. The Lullafelon lads. Ew. This is some old dude with gray-ass hair who's fallen in love with a potato girl. You, sir, are a horrible, horrible pedo, and nothing can convince me otherwise. Storage tower, business heavy there. Take my identification key then. Ah, the Tributus's request. Oh, okay. There's an identification key that some dumbass handed over to me just by telling them that Lucia, no. Livia? I don't know. Whichever of the sisters that is again. Livia, I think. Wanted me to do something here. Lucia, I think, is the decent one. Livia's the bitch. I'm not doing anything suspicious at all, just a potato sprinting at full speed as hard as he can towards the prisoners. Nothing suspicious at all. The thing is, I didn't change out of my Imperial outfit, though. I think you get a chance to before the fight starts. I think. Leave the others be. Yeah, yeah. We have to do something. You're such a dumbass. So? It's like, so what? I do this shit every day. Let me just walk in and start fighting. Reaper sees when. It's looking too late now. Uh-huh. Take as many minutes as you need to scour the area. I want that Reaper found. It's like, hey buddy, turn around. Turn around, idiot. Guess what's here? Strike mast. Imperial salute. That was really a jerk move. Wedge. The guy knows we're impersonators, and Wedge just gives him an Imperial salute with a big old smile on his face. Crap. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to change out. It's the middle of a fight. I can't change out then. Which means I have to fight this guy in clothing with no stats whatsoever. Thanks, game. Oh, cool, and I missed my ether charge, too. Good. Glad to know I dropped that one. Damn, that was a hell of a sound. The Reaper sound from Mass Effect. Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, I don't remember that being in the game. I missed that you did a blurp there. Saying, I want that Reaper found, and then he turns around and... Yep. Luckily, the game stopped doing this sort of dumb shit later on, in later expansions. Where it's like, don't forget to change out of your outfit again before the fight starts. Later on, they just make the outfits be like a glamour that goes over top of you and then dissipates when the story's done with it, basically. Although that means you're not getting pieces that you can then stick in your dresser for glamour later, but at least you don't have to worry about entering battle wearing fucking statless clothes. Didn't cause me too much issue because tank, yeah. Issues as a scholar. Yeah. At least he could heal himself. I'm a DPS. I just had to try and burst these guys down before I took too much damage and, like, do them single target rather than AoE, so I'd have at least one of them that was, like, focusing on the Reaper instead of me. Alright, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Now let's beat our way out of here and kill everyone. It's banqueting. I'm beginning to fear that fellow. Like, he's already escaped, undoubtedly. There's no answer. It's away. Escaped, Blah, blah, yada, yada. I'm a terrible person. I'm gonna kill my own troops. Blah, blah. Yeah, we get it. Shut up, Livia. Like I said, no one likes you. You stole up. Oh, man. I have an arm. I need a... It's kind of hard to miss in that snowy armor, that showy armor of hers. Okay. Unexpected ease. We just caused a commotion on both ends of the base and walked right in. Blah, blah, weirdly over sculpted lips of my helmet, yeah. I love how they're always like, oh, so you snuck in like rats, came in on the freight, blah, 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 like pests. It's like, you know, when you have an army of 5,000 soldiers and we have 3 people, yeah, we snuck in. Shut up. With your freaking ego and attitude, thinking so lowly of us because we snuck in. We don't have 5,000 soldiers to throw at you and kill and not give one shit about because we don't care about any of them. We're still gonna win. Most soldiers aren't even Garlean. Yeah, most of the soldiers aren't even Garlean. They're almost like probably a good 70 or 80% of the Garlean military is conscripts from lands they've conquered. Which could raise a bunch of weird moral questions about all these Garlean soldiers we kill across the course of the story, but the game never bothers to ask us those questions, so... Like, if they don't have a big eye in the center of their head, they're not Garlean. That being said, pretty much all Garlean Imperial soldiers wear helmets all the time, so you can't tell most of the time. They should consider deserting then. Not our fault they tried to shank me, exactly. Like, you should eventually reach a point in the story where the second a troop of Imperial soldiers sees that it's the Warrior of Light, like, at least half of them just desert immediately, and it's like the ones that weren't Garlean. But then I'm sure the Garleans are holding their families hostage and bullshit like that, so... You know, if they don't fight us to the death, then their families all die. Or worse, since it's Imperials, definitely worse. Damn it, game, will you stop throwing me into multiple tiers of immediately start fighting the enemy without letting me change my clothes already? No, Wedge, don't take Maggie in there. She's precious to me. Oh, and maybe you shouldn't die too. Here we go. Throw me right into another fight without letting me change my clothes. Thanks, game. There's 2 fights in a row you've now forced me to do in statless clothing. Because I forgot in the fucking 2 seconds between the last time I talked to an Imperial soldier and I actually enter the fight area to bother to re-equip my gear. This is the dumbest. Like, this is the worst of it all. Later on, it doesn't happen nearly as often, this sort of crap. But this is the worst one, and it's the one that the most players are just, like, furious about this one, and we're constantly screaming about this one. Because it's like, we had, like, 2 seconds between talking to the Imperials and triggering the fight, and the game expected us to re-equip our clothing there. No one thought to do that. Invulnerable. Okay, then I'm leaving. Defeat the enemy and escape from the castrum. Alright. There's the field generator. Nope. Not interested in you. Bye, Vanguard. Of course, some idiot casts heavy and slow on me. God forbid they don't get to hit me with every stupid status effect that can pin me down and make it impossible for me to fight. Crap, where's this one? What the hell damaged me there? Was that the Vanguard? I stepped out of his attack. Don't tell me I took damage from it. One of them's still invulnerable. Where is it? Whatever. Let's just take this idiot down then. Yeah, no, he's still invulnerable. Where the hell is it? Nope, not stopping anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and put walls between us so I don't have to deal with the Magitech Vanguard at all. I still can't re-equip my gear, can I? Of course not. Middle of a fight. Every single inch of this base is middle of a fight. Look at this prick over here just spamming super strong healing spells. Just like instant casting healing spells every time the Vanguard gets below a certain percentage. He just pop instant heal. Just die. Like, is the Vanguard below 50%? Boom, instantly 25% heal every time with that asshole. Zero, 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 zero. There's got to be another one around here somewhere. There's got to be one here somewhere. Because that asshole's taking 0 damage. It doesn't say invulnerable, but it does say 0. Oh no, he's taking damage from something. Then what was with all my zeros? My gear is not that weak. I should be able to do some damage to him if he can take damage at all. There we go. Now he's taking damage for some reason. You just have like an invuln active or something? I don't even think Colossuses have that. Very funny, Papa Limo. No one cares. Duty complete. And they're probably going to throw me into another fight without letting me change my clothes either. Just run and jump.
Take the leader. Kill the rest.
Nope. White mage bubble.
What the?
Yastola!
No, Lady Meow Meow. No, actually, the way she pronounces it, Yastola, is like...
Forgive us our
It's not
delay.
how it's pronounced.
Papolino, Minfilia. Ida!
What took you so long?
Well,
Took you so
it's
long.
nice to see you too. The reunion must wait. Right. First things first.
Yes, let's
Let's
get back
kick
to being
Imperial
heaven
ass. So what? I'm wearing statless clothing and I still managed to beat like 50 of these guys. We could do this.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
Never install mammoth cores in your
there's no one
in
in
your
there.
weapons of war. It's good that this one imprinted on us, but if it hadn't, don't install mammoth cores in your weapons of mass destruction.
Understood?
The same token, that's the thing in the real world. It's like, stop putting
One.
AI in weapons of mass destruction, guys. It's not a good move.
2,
3.
Don't do that.
4.
Maggie, I crave chaos. Oh, man. You know what we need is
I know
a,
not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea.
what we need is to change the meme of someone giving the cat the gun to, like, Wedge holding a mammoth core up to Maggie, and then go, do crimes. Right? Go, do crimes. Holding the mammoth core up to Maggie.
Or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas.
I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons.
This realm already has one who doesn't insist on being a ruler, dumbass.
If you continue to deny this truth, it is the
Like-
people who will suffer. Embrace
They're never
reason.
going to ask you to conquer them and rule over them with an iron fist and horribly, violently, disgustingly abuse all of their population just because you can stop icons when they have the Warrior of Light who can do all of that without any of the negatives. In fact, even if they didn't have the Warrior of Light, they still would never have turned... I don't believe in any world in which they would actually turn to the Empire and accept their rule, even without the Warrior of Light. They'd just lose a lot more soldiers to tempering and might eventually lose their war with the Empire because of that. Because they just keep sending normal people to fight the Primals.
Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
Bum, bum, bum.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo.
Oh, so Alamigo is where they found it.
The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe
I didn't
alike,
remember they found it in
and
Alamigo.
now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Did you tell Minfilia all about this during her imprisonment? Yeah, apparently so. Apparently Minfilia just shutting her mouth and letting herself get slapped around learned more about the Empire than they ever learned about her. Because they're idiots, apparently. Let's talk about our secret, horrible weapons of war in front of the prisoner.
That's a twist. That's very twisty.
An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
Yeah.
La Habrea.
Is this when he pulls off the mask?
Only be him.
Or is that later? Ah, here. Okay. Yeah. So he didn't really escape so much. Good timing on that one, Baron. Great timing on that one.
He was La Habrea?
No.
No, this cannot be.
Like, most of you guys have known Thancred for about 20 years now. So, you know.
Hang on!
Thancred! No!
Put a little more spirit in that line, why don't you? Pathetic. Sorry. That's all I can think about when I see lava. Pathetic.
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected.
Only for about a month.
And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians.
Pathetic.
I've been so blind.
Yep. Gee, I wonder what could have possibly led to this happening to Thancred. Huh. Maybe it was an idiot, brilliant strategist, in giant air quotes, telling him to go investigate the Ascians alone.
Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us.
A lot of good moves you've made in the last, like, 3 months or so since you arrived in Eorzea, Alphino. Literally everyone, the worst possible decision you could have made at that time.
No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do.
Waiting for his idiot raison d'etre personally.
We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not
Yeah.
inevitable.
Yeah, that is like the cream of the friggin' crop of the dumbest things he's ever done. That's the one that finally breaks him.
This is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the battle is
item I
far from
requested.
over.
Is it ready?
And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall ever
I'm
be hope
sorry to
of
press,
victory.
but we need it urgently.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing here in an Imperial soldier's uniform, still, like an idiot.
I'm in your debt, my
The
friend.
people of Eorzea falter for want of such hope. Let us provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
Nope, apparently I've joined the Empire.
My regards to Grandfather.
So I have to kill all of you and take this airship back now.
I am ready.
When in the meeting at Old
Let us
Dos
pay
still
a
wearing
visit
it,
to
it's
the
the Seventh
Council
Dawn
of the
walked in with
Alliance
random
leadership.
girly and cat girl in the middle wearing the Imperial armor. Yeah. Oh, God. Random girly and cat girl standing right in the middle of them, yep. I mean, if this game isn't gonna give me a chance, I'm gonna end up walking in looking like a garlic and potato right in the middle of this stupid thing. Slafferson, the order to sail. It's time to go to war with the Garleans. Only give the word to Royal. Yeah, Royal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great soldier, that. Everyone was fine with their big, obvious bases right near population centers, personally. Yeah. First, the Guardians aren't coming. They're stupid and led by traitors. Of course they're not coming. Holy mouth, if not this, nothing. Claims the fury for his god, his comedy. The Scions could see a base of theirs from their front door. How did you find us? Maybe they looked out the window. Yup. Proceed without its cooperation, as we always do. Literally have to proceed without the Holy See, and then we have to fix all their stupid problems for them because they can't be bothered to do it themselves. Terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. Yeah. And our response? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Not less the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Burn it. All of his stupid conditions for surrender, burn them. Go back to farming metallic bronze dye for mid-monologue clout guys. No one cares. so that he can change his gear set mid-dialogue and go, I'm cool, see? He'll rid the realm of its false gods. No one stops to think about the way he's planning to do this is to slaughter all of the beast tribes so there's no one left to worship those gods. Or, and hear me out, you could take this stupid tiny potato who still hasn't told you all to piss off yet for some reason, and keep throwing him at primals like an idiot. I suppose that's an option. That's going in the glamour dresser to never be used again. Like, I threw it in the glamour dresser on my main, and then I don't think I ever once used it for glamour, but I'll still keep it. Anything to come between us and our goal, blah, blah, blah. The ultimate weapon exists, or is it we'll never know peace. Few historical figures who murdered religious people en masse to get rid of them, and you'll find that history does not look upon them kindly. Guys. Uh-huh. Well, unfortunately, most of the random citizens might. They wouldn't eventually, because the Empire turns every place it conquers into a shithole for the civilians that live there. So eventually, yeah, they'd hate the Empire. But at first blush, they might actually welcome the Empire, because most of the citizens treat all of the beast tribes unanimously as, like, garbage that should be wiped from the face of Aetheris. That's, like, only negative, refusing to take accountability for all the dumb shit they've done to the beast tribes to cause them to be so aggressive. In many cases. In others, they've done pretty much nothing. I can't think of there being much in the lore of the game that the Gridanians have done to the Ixal. The Ixal just seem like a bunch of bastards who constantly want to harangue them and harass the Gridanians for no real reason. For this game, I was half expecting to crack his mask and glimpse a toothbrush mustache in the gap. 26 more Aetheryte tickets. Jesus, game. Interesting that it's giving me more Aetheryte tickets for Vesper Bay right at, like, the last time we're ever going to use Vesper Bay as a base. Realm Reborn is secretly a Hitler Isekai story. Well, then I need to hop back up on Maggie's back and truck-coon the crap out of Gaius to send him to some other universe. Just run him down with Maggie. Weapons existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. Gathered the fragrant chamber. Deliberating on their answer even as we speak, because they're stupid like that. They may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. It could be further from the truth. Well, do, Mayorzia! Oh my god. Yeah. Literally, I pop into Old Dot and it takes a grand total of about 30 seconds for me to just get a bunch of stupid shout spam garbage that I don't want to listen to. Okay, no, this is the right area. Guess I'll be back for you at some point, but I'm not in any rush for it, Genlins. That's perhaps the last tank I will bother to pick up. Because Warrior is the meta best, Dark Knight is the one I like most. Like, Paladin's the last class I'm going to pick up tank-wise. Progress in the Fragrant Chamber. Step away! I'm here on behalf of the Scions. Step aside or I slap your shins.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
Then throw your soldiers at it and lose a lot of good soldiers, but eventually destroy the thing, because... fuck them. Like, the Empire's demands are never good demands. They're never even reasonable demands. They are always the most psychotic thing you can imagine. So the answer is always going to be no.
It has been 5 years since the calamity. and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict.
Yes. Because any surrender of the Empire is going to turn that territory into the worst place for anyone to try and live, and people's lives are going to be lost on the daily over dumb shit.
Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer? We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it.
Yes, actually you are.
Mistake me not.
Because extremes exist.
I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
Oh, that's some semantics juggling bullshit.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it.
Love you, Raubon. Always have, always will. Love that. So you're like, oh, they're juggling semantics with the best of them to make up reasons as to why they should surrender. And Raubon's like, God, you idiots are just talking about surrender. You're pathetic. It's like, thanks, Raubon. Love you too. Raubon's the best.
Not that I deny there is truth in what you say. Nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Raubon. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same.
You lied out your ass to them. We had to.
Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being?
Exactly.
While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we
just
scarcely
sitting here,
had means enough
boredly
to
bobbing my head while they blather and blather and blather on forever.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future.
Oh, you mean that's why you force a potato to go out and fight all your battles for you? Oh God, Baron. Infinitely too many points. Entirely too many points for my own good, Baron.
Water, water, and water, and water, 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 and water, and water, 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 and water, and water, water.
Bye.
Do it.
Uh-huh. I should just remove all channel redeems only for your username.
Nice.
Watch everyone else who watches me sitting there redeeming
sure
things normally, and then you just screaming and losing your mind. Oh, man.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they are gone. And the Black Wolf is at our door.
This is fine.
Uh-huh.
That escalated.
There you go, Baron. You tested everything. It's all working perfectly. It's all working just fine.
Admiral!
Boy.
I fear you are mistaken.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
All the things.
Hello there.
Alfinord,
It was actually a pretty good time. He's like, hello there.
And you, dear friend.
And you, tiny potato. What are you doing here? I would refund everyone else infinitely. Ban you from using channel redeems. You just infinitely refund everyone else's points.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Who the fuck you, little elf boy, to tell us what the Eorzean way is? Go back to your uppity frickin' elitist school off in the frickin' ocean somewhere that Garlemald would never invade. Don't you tell me what is and isn't the Eorzean way.
Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become.
Born in the Charlian City, apparently, yeah.
Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
I'm gonna go beat up the ultimate weapon, so, you know, you all just sit here and do nothing while I handle that.
Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Rauban?
Sid,
Your words stir.
Huzzah, this is all we needed. A bunch of people with no actual political power in the game whatsoever to tell us that we're idiots and shame us into not surrendering.
I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war. Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change.
Sure.
Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire for the sake of the realm and all who abide here.
There you go. Psycho! Oh no, the potato's completely gone psychotic now, which is a totally natural state for all potatoes. But it's bad that she's sitting on the throne when she goes psychotic. Poison potato. Poison potato. Quick, poison potatoes. Suit.
At last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Raoban, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve.
Don't worry, we'll take that place back eventually, too. In fact, I will be able to take that place back eventually.
But no man knows better than I that if you want
Eldritch
art,
Potato Horror, Cthulhu.
for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Like 3 times? Maybe? This is pretty early in the story, guys.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round.
You better not. I have a lot of respect for you, Melvib. Don't lose it now by being weak.
A pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all.
Yar har.
Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down or go down with all hands.
Like, you try to get rid of the pirates? Nah, she's just trying to civilize them, not get rid of them. Yeah. No, she's aggressively like, this real piracy shit, this shit is dying. But she doesn't mind them still, like, being pirates. Especially right now. Right now in the story, lore-wise, what is happening is they are still, like, full-blown pirates, but they have rules that they're only allowed to attack Garlean ships. Right? So we're actually at a point in the storyline where they're not quite at the part where she's like, all right, this piracy shit is dead now. Stop. Like in the era of about Endwalker, where she's like, yes, I've been lying to you all for years. I'm going to stop lying to you now. This piracy shit's dead. Let's give it a rest now. Right? Right at this point in the story, they're like, we don't attack Eorzean Alliance ships, but we freely attack any Garlean vessel we want. Yeah, privateers, basically.
Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
Por al amigo. Wait, no. For Doma. Wait, no.
We must needs consider how the weapon may
what was
be
it
brought
again?
to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts.
Huzzah! You were kind of idiots anyway. For the end of this cutscene coming quickly, yes. For the end of this cutscene, finally!
Waking sands. We will send word anon.
Oh wow, is that what you're going into the cutscene in, buddy? Looking good. Broken logic. He's in the cutscene in that outfit. Oh man, this guy knows how to live his life, man. he really knows what he wants out of this game, and he's going for it. Could just walk past without saying, "Meowdy, where are you?" Oh god, you're wearing the cowboy hat too, and the like cowboy looking top as well. Could walk past without saying, "Meowdy, where are you?" If you want me to say Meowdy, then you're the wrong class. Giddy up, cat girl. Wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't for the ARR voice actors. You don't have a gun yet. I know, neither do I, unfortunately. I can't wait to slip into Ishgard without doing it on the YouTube of the playthrough. Just sort of slip into Ishgard in my own time at the end there of 2.5 and snag Machinist and Dark Knight and then just run away. Oh man, it's gonna be bad. Potatoes away! Yep. Unfortunately, I don't have my next mount yet, which is a great mount, and I'll use it for a while at least. So, how we doing, guys? Oh, look, more fodder for the next slaughter. Cool. Sorry. Oh, look, Ehrenwald's already back. Done something. Anything. Did now Ava and Ali are dead? Yeah. Not let it be for nothing. I will earn this. Yep, Ehrenwald's back. Ava and Ali are gone. Loss is way heavy on our hearts. Let's carry on for those who have fallen. Nothing special there. Was Wigston? I can't pin down where Wigston was, like, important to the story at all. He may not have been. One age in death. How fares the realm? Forget that. Don't care. Where's the, Oh, really? You don't have an away option there? Oh. I figured that would be in the pet hotbar. Dawn will break. Cause the Scions will never stand down. They've figured out how to turn the lights on now. Finally got all that blood off the bulb, so it's not so dark in here anymore.
I express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
Yeah, they're kind of pathetic, aren't they? They're kind of repeatedly pathetic over and over again throughout the story until we rally them.
They will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, grandfather?
Shut up.
I would know something.
Just like, shut up,
Was that your
Elf.
power at work earlier?
What?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost
He still has no idea how the Echo works, dude.
them to find it again.
The Echo doesn't give you powers of influence. The Echo protects you from tempering, and it gives you prescience. Limited prescience. Being in a position of power here is pure nepotism. Yeah, you're right. He is an absolute nepo baby in ARR. It's like, oh my god.
Oh,
Louis' grandson has come to help us. Great, let's put him in a position of power and let him fail 12 times in a row. He is 1,000% a nepo baby in ARR.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
Hey, Baron. Since you and your buddy are so close to the end of 2.0, actually, that won't help. It's not till 2.5. But I'm sure at the rate you guys are going, you'll get there long before me. Could you test something for me when you do get there to the end of ARR completely? Could you try slipping into Heavensward, like activating the first scenes and maybe seeing if you have access to Machinist and Dark Knight like as soon as you go in? and then tell me if you can rewatch the intro to Heaven's Word. Yeah, but does the intro to Heaven's Word slot into the Unending Journey as soon as you watch it, or do you have to go a little deeper into Heaven's Word before you can rewatch the intro? Yeah. When you get there, could you test that for me? If, like, as soon as you finish the first cutscene of Heaven's Word, you can go back and rewatch it in the Unending Journey? I just want to make sure that'll work, because, like, I really do want to make, like, zero progress into Heaven's Word until I'm ready to move on to that part in the YouTube videos, but I want to be able to access those classes. So, I just want to make sure I'll be able to rewatch the video of us starting Heaven's Word. Friend didn't show up tonight. You need to go to bed soon. Won't be able to, like, play this game again until Saturday night. Well. I'm going to be working on the video, like, aggressively. Because I wasn't able to stream on Monday and I'm getting this footage now on Thursday, I'm going to need to, like, as soon as I finish this stream in a couple of minutes, because I'm probably going to finish as soon as I'm done with this cutscene and this quest. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to have to start editing the footage down today so that I can, like, finish it up tomorrow and get it out. It's going to be a little annoying, but I can do it.
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
All right. Can you be an adorable Vera girl in a tutu? Like, say in 5 minutes in the main hall where everyone can see you? You said whatever and wherever.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this. Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him enthralled to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
That they might work unseen, the
Long
Ascians
time.
entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness.
So long, in fact, that they created the void.
One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
Doesn't emote properly, she's just reading a teleprompter. That is kind of the case, yeah. You're right, that is kind of what it is like with ARR Minfilia. It's like she doesn't give life to the words. She's just, like, flat reading the words off of a script, basically, into the microphone. I will grant it probably wasn't easy on the voice actress. That being the case, though, I don't know how much you blame the voice actress for this, because it probably wasn't easy on her that Minfilia is aggressively the exposition dump in ARR. Like, every cutscene, every dialogue, every interaction you're having with Minfilia is her dumping exposition and lore on you, basically, rather than some big triumphant whatever the fuck. Right? So, like, the voice actress may have had no clue how to do much with emotion with Minfilia, because, like, all of the stuff with her is just dry exposition.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
They didn't get good direction. I'm sure they didn't. Like, the idea of English voice actors trying to dub over a game that was already done in Japanese has notoriously, throughout the years, like, constantly been given, like, Japanese voice directors that just don't give them good voice direction. Like, that is a notorious thing for English voice actors trying to dub over Japanese games, is that they get really terrible voice direction from directors who often don't understand how to properly bring emotion and life to, like, English words and language. A lot of the voice actors for ARR are, like, first-time voice actors. Alice's voice actor, for instance, has only done that part as far as you can tell.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. we all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah, he would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank
Okie
you.
doke.
From the
I mean, the
bottom
MSQ
of my
won't let
heart.
me do anything else, so sure.
As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light.
Uh-huh. I mean, I think it's pretty heavily implied, even if you weren't a 1.0 player, that your character in the game was supposed to be one of the original Warriors of Light. Like, it feels in ARR like that is what's being implied. That, like, even if you yourself aren't one of the Warriors of Light from 1.0, your character probably was supposed to have been one. Not just some random new adventurer, but, like, you were totally a Warrior of Light. You just don't bother telling people about it.
What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them.
Cool. So who's gonna give me the prison tat on my neck? Oriange, I'm looking at you. Come on, buddy, break out the needle.
Yet remember this.
Not the sides of
However
my neck. That's
glorious
the
the
Archon
past,
one. I
it
think
is
it's the back
hero's
of your
lot
neck
to be
is the
judged on
legacy
deeds of
tattoo,
the
right?
present.
The back of the neck is where they have the legacy tattoo for 1.0 players, I think.
A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will.
Woo! Thanks. All of ARR seems very geared toward people who played the original 14. A lot of characters just showing up without much intro. Yeah.
Come, my friends, let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Just have to make up my own music. Recommended you first unlock a job and gain access to more powerful action. Even the game is bitching at me to get a job already now. I bet the game never expected anyone to make it this far without getting a job yet. They're like, dude, what are you doing? I know how, game. I'm just not going to. Oh, man. All right, Operation Archon 49. Yeah, if that starts at 49, then I think I'll definitely be able to get through 2.0 next stream. It might be pushing it because I have to do 3 duties during 2.0 plus extra storyline. Plus, I thought there was more stuff with us going to Revenant's Toll to set up our new base, but maybe that's after. Maybe that's in 2.1. Zengid's holdouts who they were pitching to, but it does make this one kind of bleh for new people sometimes. Yeah. Saw Marauder in Praetorium once. I've seen that too. The long version before they nerfed the length. Oh, fuck. That's even worse. That's even worse. Oh, boy. Alright. Yeah, what was the legacy tattoo again? I forget. I know it's that one that's on the back of your neck, but I forget what the symbol was for it. Because I've never had a legacy character, so I often forget what it looks like. Level 51 and still not a job in sight. Man, this economy in Eorzea is really bad these days. No jobs. Alright. That's where we're going to go ahead and call it for this week, and I'm probably finishing 2.0 next week, but not positive on that. We shall see. Oh, yeah. Forgot to turn the audio back on. Oh, well. I'll do that later. Let me pop over to Twitch and see who is streaming. We'll find somebody to raid today, tonight, this evening, this afternoon, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I have no idea. Roulette's an M4S, no. Kill zombies and Stardust bosses once human. Eh. Blue is doing Kingdom Hearts. There's actually a few people doing it for some reason. Huh. Mooch is doing Majora's Mask. Pariah PR Tri. No idea what that is. M4S. Everyone's always doing that stuff. Leveling some jobs doing Fates. Nah. Guns, squirrels, gun, blah, 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 blah. Microsoft Flight Simulators, no. I don't think I've ever rated that person, so I probably won't right now. Let's see what Shadowcat's up to. Or are they done? They finished their stream? They have finished their streams. They must have been raiding out just as I was like looking at them. Okay then. I really don't want to raid into someone who's doing like M4S and stuff. Screw it. Let's see what Blue is up to. I've rated him fairly recently, but not too recently. So let's see what he's up to. He's doing some Kingdom Hearts stuff, but let's see how he's doing. He's only been going for like 8 minutes, so good time. Alright, let's go say hi to Blue today. And let me grab the URL and drop it here. Go to both chats. That is where we are going. Anyone who's getting left behind by Twitch, anyone over on YouTube who'd like to join us in the raid, go ahead and hit that URL and I will see you guys over there. We'll say hi to Blue, and then I need to get to work on like cutting this footage down and adding music and all that stuff for this for tomorrow on YouTube when this footage needs to go up. So a lot of work to do tonight, but anyway, I will see you guys Saturday most likely for more Dawn Trail MSQ. I think I'm going to try and cram another stream in there this week, probably Monday. Maybe Sunday if I'm feeling it, but probably Monday will be about the time I do it. Because No Man's Sky has a new patch, new expedition, new fishing mechanics, and all this weird stuff going on. And I'm going to go ahead and check that out and see what there is to that later this weekend or start of next week. Anyway, thanks for being here with me, you guys, and I will see you later.